Who's ready for diners?
Us. I'm so hungry.
Woo! Caleb, Ben, and Stormy eating in the diners, traveling on buses, trains, and incliners. Caleb tries each diner's signature treat. Come and see what everyone is getting to eat. There's only 5 diners in Allegheny County. We visit all of them on the Port Authority, but it's PRT now. Yeah. Also, let the record state that between the 3 of us, we've gotten 6 cumulative hours of sleep, all of them mine.
Check out the video on their channel for how we got to this state.
Buses, trains, incliners. So we're going to catch the 29 bus over to the west side, and then we're going to walk for 15 minutes in this weather. At least we're burning calories before we eat a bunch.
What is this seat design? It's very, it's unique.
It is very unique. Yes, this is the iconic Pittsburgh Regional Transit seating.
Stormy does not like hills, notably. I'm fine with hills. It's just where I come from, land is not allowed to do this.
Yeah, so this sidewalk literally just drops onto a staircase. Pittsburgh is not the most wheelchair accessible city, in case you haven't figured that out yet.
I was just thinking that, like, these inclines is definitely... What does the ADA say about this? Yeah.
Also, let the record state that there was no snow in the forecast. We got off the bus downtown, and all of a sudden, this happened.
I guess the snow just, like, follows me around.
Wait, no. This is the snow that Miles and Jackson were promised in the Boston Diner video, and it was delayed until the Pittsburgh Diner video.
It's come full circle. I'm not scared of hills.
Keep telling yourself that. The first step to overcoming a fear is to acknowledge you have it.
Yeah. What if I don't have it?
Let the record state that I just hit my head on this planter basket, which in no world is it okay to put it right over the sidewalk like so.
This is one of the perks of being short.
Oh my gosh, Stormy. Not the time.
It's always
I am in pain.
It's always the time. Calcadon would agree with me.
Yeah, she would. This is definitely a very, like, vibe kind of shot. It's a vibe shot. Got the freight rail bridge over there, the lumber yard, the little parking lot, the abandoned building back there, and then here is our diner. You can kind of see that this particular section was the original lunch car built in the 1920s.
Looks like it was like called something else before Johnny's.
Yeah, they plastered Johnny's over whatever was there before. You can even see a little bit of one letter right there.
What do you think it was? Vote now on your phones.
Menu shot, menu shot. Right now you're looking at the menu shot.
Okay, so far I'm really liking the vibe here. I asked about the history of the building. They literally left me this book to read, and I lost my bookmark, which was a fork. But they lent me this book to read up on the history of the diner, which is awesome.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh yeah, Ben, what were you doing?
Now it's time for a bathroom review with Ben.
Caleb asked me to do the bathroom review. Stock standard kind of a bathroom, you know. That's me. Hi.
Hello.
Stormy is doing my research for me.
Yes, I am.
So what are you finding out?
So this is apparently Pittsburgh's oldest diner. The book says that no one knows where it originally was, but it probably was somewhere else in Pittsburgh. The book says like the Strip District or like East Liberty, but now it's here in whatever neighborhood we're in right now. Also, I like how it says despite local scuttlebutt. I think that's a word for like rumor. The diner is not a train car, but factory built. Identifiable as a Tierney, apparently. The patterned tile walls, marble counter, and skylights. It said that they added the rock facade and smaller windows to stop like burglars. Of course, this is, I think, talking about Pip's Diner, not Johnny's, but the building definitely still is the same. I know they built this part on, I don't remember when they said they did.
Caleb tries to do something and fails.
Okay, the food has come, and Ben,
I got pancakes.
I got a giant pancake.
and some bacon.
And some bacon.
And what I've been doing is, at all of the diners we're going to that serve food, I'm just asking, what do you guys do best? And getting that. So, the waitress here told me that the Big Johnny's was the thing to get here.
Home fries, sausage patties, scrambled eggs, toast, and French toast.
So yes, I got scrambled eggs and French toast. And actual toast. And of course, the syrup is in a tub, which is apparently a special thing.
If it's in a tub, you know it's good. Although I call this a bottle like a normal person, but...
So we ended up discussing this diner for quite a bit, but I'll give you the bullet points here. The place was small and cozy with really friendly staff, but a lot of the originality was gone. The transit access was pretty bad, and the food was only mid. Then we forgot to rate it, so we retroactively filmed a whole other rating segment and decided to give Johnny's
6 out of 10.
Really? 6?
6, yeah.
Why 6? Then we debated further and decided on...
Yeah,
I'd say 7.
3 out of 7. Yeah.
7 out of 10. Alright. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Next diner!
Caleb didn't do his research.
So, to get to our next diner, we're taking a little bit of a convoluted route because these two have never been on a Pittsburgh Incline.
Yeah, this is true.
So we're going to walk up Mount Washington to the upper station of the Duane Incline, because Johnny's is kind of, as you can see, on the back of the mountain, and the back is easier to get up than the front.
Wait, did you just say we're going to be walking up Mount Washington?
Yes,
That's a New England joke.
this Ben climbed Mount Washington.
Yes.
Caleb,
Yes,
how long is that?
like a mile.
It's not that bad, don't worry.
Humans invented escalators for a reason.
Oh, come on. This is a hell.
This isn't right.
At least I can say I'm not skipping leg day.
Hey, you guys want to walk up that?
Hold on.
No.
Where the sidewalk is a staircase?
I know this is classy, Will, but that. I'm not doing that.
We're coming up on the view at the top of the slope. Hopefully it will be worth it.
I'm expecting the best view I've ever seen in my life.
So we walked to the Duane Incline, rode down and up again, and stopped for drinks. And this is why diabetics shouldn't make diner videos. There we go. Then we walked to the Monongahela Incline and rode that down to Station Square. Since Stormy already made a whole video about that, we'll jump right to... And we are at the base of the Monongahela Incline. Oh, Stormy, you forgot to film your outro. Let's do that.
I didn't forget. I was going to.
So now we're going to go catch the light rail, which is running on a modified schedule due to tunnel work. It's going to Penn Station. From there we'll catch the #1 bus to Tarentum for our next diner. Here comes our light rail.
Light rail riders may experience delays of up to 15 minutes.
First Pittsburgh light rail ride. You guys ready? Yeah. You guys picked the right side of the train to sit on.
The left.
Our river is bigger and we have more of them. And we don't pollute it every St. Patrick's Day.
Hey, it's like biodegradable, non-toxic vegetable.
Do we know the long-term implications of that on the biosphere of the Chicago River?
No, just kind of green.
So we have discovered that Penn Station Stop C serves no less They own 27 different buses. Somehow they all fit. So once we're on the one bus, we will be riding for over an hour up to Tarentum. Tarentum? I'm guessing a lot of people have already corrected my pronunciation in the comments. Thank you, Yins. Now I know it's Tarentum. Unless that video was wrong, in which case Yins are now commenting that I'm saying it anyways. You guys look like you haven't gotten any sleep last night.
That's because we didn't.
Stormy, let's get on the bus.
Yeah.
The bus just passed us! What the heck?
It was right here.
So what's our strategy this time to make sure the one bus actually stops and picks us up?
Jump in front of it. Don't do that.
I volunteer Stormy as tribute.
No.
Yeah. Volunteer Stormy.
Run
No,
like wave
actually.
your arms like ah! I want the bus.
Wave your arms like an inflatable tube man?
Exactly.
Yes.
You ever feel
Like a plastic bag, through the wind. I'll need a da 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 da. How long has that been in the air? That's actually impressive.
Wow.
Okay, please don't pass us by again. This bus ride took quite a bit of time, and Stormy and Ben took the opportunity to catch up on rest. Okay, so that's what the Gillick bar is for. It's a pillow. Specifically for Stormy's height. How perfect.
it's a very bad pillow.
After over an hour of small towns, shopping plazas, and the Allegheny River, we finally ended up in our destination. That was an incredibly long bus ride, but we are now here.
I'm sure hungry for some diner.
Oh yeah, about that. There goes our bus. So the diner we're coming up on is called Clark's Cycle Diner. It was until very recently Gatto's Diner, and unfortunately it is no longer operational. So we came all this way on this over an hour journey on a city bus to see a dead diner.
Yep.
How are you feeling, Stormy?
The things we do. Content.
Here it is. Gatto's Cycle Diner. Well, technically Clark's Cycle Diner. So this is the only diner that I actually researched prior to the start of this video. It is a 1946 Low Mahoney diner. It was originally built in Butler, Pennsylvania, and operated as Digger's Diner and then the Butler Diner. It also had a factory-built kitchen segment that went on the back. It was abandoned for some time before it was purchased by George Gatto in 1990. This guy had a motorcycle shop, which was right there. I believe it's still operational, actually. And this guy bought the diner and over the course of 3 years lovingly restored it. Every little nook and cranny, cleaned it up, made it look as good as possible, and operated from 1993 to 2019 as a local diner here in Tarentum. It was then going to go under new ownership, but the Allegheny County Health Department denied them permission to reopen. The reason being, the access way to the bathrooms, we'll see that in a second, is right by the food preparation area. And for some reason that didn't bother them before, but now it bothers them, so this beautiful diner is sitting unused here in Tarentum, Pennsylvania. What do you think of the siding?
I
Is it
can't tell.
exciting?
I thought it was wood at first glance. It is not wood.
Such a beautiful interior.
I'm so upset this is closed. I would have loved to eat here.
Such ambiance. I love it so much. You even have the modern drink dispenser machine right over there. And that's the access way to the bathroom. And that is the entire fruit of our labor of sitting on a bus for an hour and a half. Next diner!
Next diner.
We're so
This
uncoordinated.
time with food.
Okay. Right. Next diner!
We're so tired of the one bus.
There is a yellow... Is that a triceratops or a rhinoceros? I think it's a triceratops. Maybe it should hang out with the giant blue bug from Providence.
Yeah.
So the fastest route back is unfortunately not the most direct. We're going to be taking the one bus all the way back to downtown Pittsburgh. Full length again. Then we're going to be taking the 82 bus from downtown to Ritter's Diner. There's a nose cone of some kind of plane over here. Here we go again. One more excruciating bus ride later. Alright, here we go, thank you. Free at last! We are very cold. We're waiting for the 77, which should be here. I think that's the next bus that's coming. Transit app says 0 minutes, which means it'll be here eventually.
Getting the 77 Belmont.
No.
Alright, we're on the 77.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that last shot worked because my phone doesn't really film well when it's cold and the battery's low.
It's cold. My battery is low as well.
Alright, we're turning onto Baum Boulevard, which is where our diner is. Well, that was a much shorter walk than Johnny's. I wonder if they vandalized their own building or if someone did that.
It's like when you get something and it says this page intentionally left blank, but then they put words on it so then it's not blank. So apparently, this guy, Bill Ritter, his name is synonymous with diner. He apparently owned a number of local diners in the 1930s and 40s. And this is one that carries that namesake. Apparently, so this one was built by Federo.
1975 or 1976. The menu said 1975 and the dinerville.info said 1976. So,
And then it talks about the backsplash. You've got the arches and all the fixtures in here. Breakfast is served 24 hours a day, and as our waitress said, that is what they are famous for. So I'm looking forward to it.
it was actually a 1951 De Raphael, according to this book, that was across the street, operated by Ritters, and it was moved down to Station Square, right by the base of the Monongahela Incline, and became a photography studio for a while, and then it sat abandoned, and it was eventually trucked to Irwin, Pennsylvania, where it is now the concession stand for the Lamp Theater, which mostly sees a bunch of tribute bands.
Menu shot, menu shot. Right now you're looking at the menu shot. Menu shot, menu shot. Right now you're looking at the menu shot. All right.
They've literally got the case of pies. That's like a stereotypical diner staple.
Now it's time for a bathroom review with Stormy.
So they said some of the jukeboxes work. They're kind of hit and miss, apparently. So, let's see. Quarter in. Nothing happened. Oh, hey, okay, if you put a second quarter in, it will light up.
Alrighty. So the real question is, what do we play?
Well, whatever we play can't actually be in the video because it's copyrighted music and I'll lose my monetization. But let me record us listening to it and I'll just overdub a similar sounding royalty-free song and yeah.
What are we feeling? Are we feeling September?
Yes.
That was this way, I think. Yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Number 3.
44.
Nothing happens.
Do you remember the 21st night? Let's change it. Wait.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Now it's playing. So with this diner, we had some mixed feelings. We liked the retro interior, even if it wasn't entirely original, and the transit accessibility is pretty great, with the 77 on Baum Boulevard, and the 71A, 71C, and 82 one block south. Our waitress was kind of grouchy, but she wasn't awful, and she did dissuade Ben from ordering the spaghetti and meatballs, which she said weren't that great. Still, the vibe was kind of sad, perhaps colored by us being there near the end of their open hours, and my food was over 50% potatoes. In the end, we gave it 6 out of 10. Okay, that's quite a discrepancy.
Wow.
Next diner! We finally synchronized it, woo!
Bonus diner.
So I decided to make an extra pilgrimage to Irwin, Pennsylvania, which is in neighboring Westmoreland County, to visit the original Ritter's Diner, a 1951 De Raphael, which now serves as the food court for the Lamp Theater. The theater staff were generous enough to let me inside, so let's have a look. According to the staffer I spoke to, the facility was extensively renovated after it was moved back here, as it had spent years not being a diner, and needed to be turned back into one. Therefore, while very little of the interior is original, all of it was lovingly rebuilt by a community team over the course of a few years. Some of the parts were creatively sourced. These stools, for example, were from a Woolworth's. There's also jukeboxes just like the new Ritters, and while they don't play songs anymore, they instead show off the names of donors to the theater, keeping the ongoing rotation of tribute bands performing there for years to come. Unfortunately, you can't get diner food here anymore, but if you're ever in Irwin, drop by the theater for a show and grab some popcorn in the original Ritter's Diner. Now, time for the next diner.
Pittsburgh Regional Transit.
Our driver is blasting Michael Jackson. This is going well. Hey, did you guys know Pittsburgh has a subway?
What? Oh my god.
And here is the diner! Sorry, it's over here actually. So this diner is a 1947 National, one of only two still in existence. It's held various names as a local diner over the years, but it's now part of the local Pepe's Old Time Sandwich Shop chain. As far as I can tell, everything in here is decently original, but as of when we visited, they were only offering takeout, so we decided to indulge.
Menu shot, right now you're looking at the menu shot.
I'm gonna guess this back here was built on later. So it turns out the most authentic diner experience you can have in the city of Pittsburgh is not at a diner, but rather an old-time sandwich shop, or old chime?
Well, I went to make a stop at the old-time sandwich shop. The gal of mine was arranging signs, but she just couldn't find the eyes. She said the store was out of eyes, so I swapped out the eyes with Y's, but I don't know why the store left me without. Well, I'd bought those eyes to spell I love you. I will see you through, I'll always be true. Stormy also bought some eyes to spell Illinois. I think they were the real culprit here.
Update, we are now in the car. Yes, car, I know, scandalous. And we are eating the food from Pepe's. Oh,
Yeah.
Stand over here.
We have it.
So what did everyone get?
I got a chicken breast sandwich.
Okay, that actually looks delicious.
I know. So I got a cheeseburger, which I thought was going to be like a, normal cheeseburger. Whole gently like burger. But I think it's a sandwich with like beef and cheese in it.
And like always, I asked, what do they do best? And the response was cheesesteaks. Now, being from Eastern Pennsylvania, they did warn me I am in for a little bit of a shock. This cheesesteak has mayonnaise, lettuce, and tomato on it, which is not normally stuff that Eastern Pennsylvanians put on their cheesesteaks. But I am doing it their way tonight. There's more than one right way to make a cheesesteak, and this looks pretty amazing. We decided that we really liked the authentically original interior of Pepe's, and we appreciated how friendly the staff were, including the one cook who told me it was pronounced Tarentum. Transit accessibility wasn't super duper great, with only the 71C serving the diner, but the sandwiches were pretty good, with nice soft bread that kinda stole the show from the other ingredients. I actually kinda wish they put more filling on my sandwich. Overall, we decided to give Pepe's
8 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Next diner.
Food criticism on Classy Will.
We didn't have time to visit our last diner out in Monroeville, but this is Jaden's Catering, a 1979 Swingle diner. While it previously operated as a functional diner and later as a sit-down restaurant, it's now a catering business and banquet hall, so I was unfortunately unable to go inside. From what I've read, the building is extensively modified from the original. It's also not really transit accessible. The P12 comes close, but it doesn't run that often, and other bus routes stop quite a ways away. So I ended up taking good old Calcadon Area Transit Authority to get out here. That still counts as transit, right?
I really wish False Spring kept going for today.
Yeah, me too. But we are riding, once again, the Duane Incline to wrap up this diner extravaganza. And thus, the Pittsburgh Diner video comes to a close. Thank you all so much for watching and helping me reach 7.5K subscribers. And thank you guys for standing out in the cold for this outro.
Yeah.
What would you say is your main takeaway from this experience?
So obviously there's not as many diners here as there are in, say, like Boston or Philly. But you know, I think it's just a matter of knowing where to look, and you're gonna find these really cool things. You know, we found the abandoned diner in the one place I'm not even gonna try to pronounce.
Tarentum, turns out.
Yes.
That's how you say it.
We had the Peppies, you know, that's in a super cool diner. We had the other two that still serve diner food. And, you know, I just think if you have an interest, you know, look into it. You never know what you might find. And you might find something, you know, right in your city that's transit accessible.
I've got nothing else.
My only takeaway, I don't know much about diners. Hello?
Hey, Caleb.
Oh, hey, Miles, are you calling to congratulate me on 8,000 subscribers?
No, I'm calling because I'm suing you.
Suing me? For what?
For like 1 billion counts of copyright infringement. The diner concept, the diner theme song, the diner jingles. You even got a fake Jackson to do a menu shot.
That was the real Jackson. Totally the real Jackson.
I don't care, classy whale. I'm gonna take you to court.
Court, huh? Isn't that where they make you pay jaywalking fines?
Oh, is that an Ethiopian restaurant over there?
Ooh, where?
Dang. Caleb actually did his research.
Menu shot. Menu. See, it's just like, it doesn't come. Menu shot. Menu shot. Menu shot.